Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Today is 31st of July 2026 and it's Friday, and we're going to review the Thursday price action and Thursday trade. I took one trade and it resulted in a break-even trade. Okay, let's start from the weekly chart. So as you can see, I highlighted premium and discount week of the previous week, and on daily I highlighted, we're going to review this candle. Okay, not this. I highlighted its high, which was not taken before the session started. It was taken in the New York session. I highlighted its quarters and this IFVG quarters and this discount. Okay, see how we went first above, took the high which I was looking for to be taken down. It was taken, and then price spent some time and went lower. 1 hour chart, see how we took this liquidity, and then there's a break which was happened in the late PM session. Okay, so now it's the main game. You would be thinking I took the short as the market is looking moved back to the downside, but no, I took a long. Now let's explain the reason behind it and then what happened. So this is the 15-minute chart. We went lower, respecting this upper quarter plus this weekly opening gap. We start going to upside 9:30, and now I show you the gaps. This was the 5-minute first phase and the fair value gap. Okay, so at this time I was at least hoping, I was at least expecting price to take this daily high, which it was taken. So what did I took the long. Okay, let me explain them. So as I told you that I was expecting price to go to this daily high at least. I was looking for a long model as we were respecting it beautifully, and then we respected this low part of the weekly. I was expecting first to if the way it respected it, I was expecting it to at least go to this CE of this low quarter of the weekly, and then plus the daily high liquidity. Okay, no entry for me here. I wanted a break in market structure with the first phase and fair value gap, and you can see how we went lower, break to the upside, propulsion block, and I entered. We entered, took the liquidity as set the stop loss to the break, because it was logical. And why did I took the trade? Even I knew that it can trace back to down after taking the liquid. I was just because there were two things could be happened. First, which was low probable, was continuation. Price start going to the upside still, and continue going to the upside and take this daily high, and then touch this quarter, and then this upper quarter of the low quarter we respected. We went not totally respected, but we were into. So this could happen. So I took the risk. Not risk, I tried my kind of a luck. And high probable thing was, which could happen, was price start consolidating or give a reversal. So I took the trade. The second it set hit the break even, I was expecting try a short model. Okay, a bearish model, and which happened, but happened very late. You can see the move happened in 7 p.m. at the PM session. Okay, the news was at 8:30. I think that this was the news on Thursday. You can see USD news, and I started looking for a model or looking for an opportunity to take a trade. There was no opportunity for me to take a trade here on a bearish or even on a bullish. I was not going to trade along. I was looking for a bearish scenario, and you can see there was no clean break in market structure. We went lower, trace, didn't take this liquidity, went higher, touched this low, respected this, and went lower, took these lows, plus respected this 5-minute first present fair gap, and then took the high. Beautiful. This move was very algorithmic, and but it was not for me. I was not taking trade for this low time frame liquidity. I'm not going to take trade on this short liquidity. So I was looking on a high time frame, so I wanted a high confirmation entry, and which was for me price to use this. Okay, at least because there was no 15-minute first present fair value gap that time. I wanted price to go lower, respect this low quarter to downside plus upper quarter, and use this first present fair value gap plus 1-minute first present fair value gap plus this low quarter, and this could be my entry, could have been my entry, and my target would have been after price took this liquidity. I would have set the stop loss to break even and 2 RR at least, and maximum 3 RR. But it didn't happen. You can see we start going to upside, and then there was I closed the chart here. Okay, it was late. I was not seeing price low resistance, and then the price start going lower at a very late time. You can see a little higher, and didn't take this high. Relative equal highs became, and higher, and there was this 15-minute first present fair value gap, and if I were trading here, the entry for me would have been not this, because I wanted to see it. There's this upper quarter I'm seeing price respecting it, and there's a propulsion block, but no, because this 15-minute first present fair value gap and this relative equal high, so I wanted a more high confirmation entry. The first entry could have been this. Okay, a break, a 15-minute break, or this. Like it's a very kind of a late, but it's a high confirmation entry that we respected it, and break to a downside, then went higher, respected the 15-minute first present fair value gap, break, propulsion block, and enter. Boom, this one. Okay, the stop loss would have been on the high above the CE, and the target would have been at least 2 RR and this low. Okay, and see how it did. And if I had missed this entry, for example, see how price did what it did. Went lower. For example, I didn't take this entry, the second entry for the second short model for me, and plus 1-minute first present fair value gap is also around here. So we went down, didn't take liquidity, didn't take this low, and down, traced to upside, took the high, not this high, it is already a high on lower time frame, went there, break, 5-minute first present fair value gap plus 1-minute first present fair value gap plus the upper quarter of the weekly opening gap plus the low quarter of the weekly wick plus the low quarter of daily wick. Okay, and here I would have enter, and at first, because this is a propulsion block, you can see how it is broken. Stop loss here. This propulsion block break entered. I know it start consolidating. First it would have been consolidate, and I would have been would had been very confused that why it's doing what it's doing. But I be would be seeing how prices respecting this low and see how the bodies are respecting this line, this low quarter line, and boom, how it went lower. I would have at least expected price to take this low. Okay, the second it took this, it would had took this low, would the second it would had take this low, I had set the stop loss, would had set the stop loss to the break even, plus the target main would have been to this low, at least to this 2 RR, and then maybe to the 3 RR, and this is the main liquidity as I was already talking about. And the analysis I'm doing right now is not I'm like beforehand I'm looking at the charts after waking. It's a very I have very short time to do this, so I'm doing all this live, like 80 to 90% live. Seeing these lows, I didn't see this when I was pasting the screenshot. I just quickly post the screenshots, after screenshot the full view, and I don't do any now trade entry, and I just cover it up all in the video. So yeah, and because as you you know that I'm doing job and I have to cover things up, and I woke up late today. I just did my breakfast and not not much. So I guess and the time is already 3:26. I need to get ready at 4 p.m. and there's something I need to do. And there's many things which I wanted to do, which I cannot do right now, but inshallah we will. And last night I was feeling wa- not last night, but this early morning, I don't know what happened, but I was not feeling right. I was kind of ill. I don't know what it is called in English, the feeling of vomiting. That what I was feeling, and I was very in bad situation. I was in a very bad uh, yeah, situation, and but thankfully I'm grateful that it didn't uh, went worse, but it got better by time, and yeah. So yeah, this was the day I accidentally um, that here uh, the loss. Oh, sorry, no trade. So this was the day, and week one day. Now I'm going to will post the will journal will post the before charts in the journal, and then I will get ready. And that's it for the day. Break your trade for me. Opportunity which was not in my session. And let's just move on and look into the next day, today, which is today. So it is the last day of the week, and the news is at 8:30, which is a Canadian news. We'll see. Okay, I think that's it. In the next video, Allah Hafiz.